It's that frenetic, phantom-y time of the year again! It's October 2024, and Team Fortress 2's Scream Fortress 16 update is now live, so let's get summarizing. Prior to the update, as per usual, on October 1st, Halloween mode was automatically re-enabled. This caused a few changes within the game. The main menu's backgrounds and characters featured switched to Halloween-specific images. The music tracks that play when the game is launched switched to Halloween-specific tracks. The Halloween maps were re-added to casual matchmaking. Halloween/full moon restricted cosmetics were made usable again. Lastly, health pickups changed to their Halloween appearance. On October 10th, the actual update released. The in-game news was updated to indicate to players that the Scream Fortress update was live and to highlight its contents. New images were added to the pool of Halloween character images that could appear on the main menu. The Soul Gargoyle was attributed to players who did not already own one, and the mechanics around collecting souls for it was re-enabled. Its ability to re-roll items into new Halloween items was also re-enabled. Razbation campaign contracts were re-enabled. 7 new contracts were added to go along with new maps added to the game. Speaking of, 7 new community-made Halloween maps were added to the game. The maps are Toxic, a King of the Hill map set in a chemical plant across the bay from a city. This map has pumpkin bombs and vats of liquid that skeletonify players that fall in. This is both exceedingly gruesome and hilarious. Periodically, portals near the control point open to an underworld. The underworld is a sewer-themed obstacle course. Successfully exiting the underworld grants the player the standard temporary invulnerability, guaranteed crits, health bonus, and speed boost that loads of other maps also grant when exiting their underworlds. This map contains an alarming amount of iron cresting. That's what the fence-like decoration on roofs are called. Darkmarsh, a single-stage attack-defend control point map set in a swamp with Gothic architecture. This map features pumpkin bombs and spellbooks that periodically spawn. Capturing control points causes large wooden gates to open. Interesting fact, these things are called portcullises. That's the plural of portcullis. Freaky Fair, a symmetrical 3 control point map set in a fair in a forest. The gimmick of this map is that the spawn rooms house man vs. machine style upgrade stations. Money to purchase upgrades is not picked up off the ground, but rather automatically granted when certain actions are performed, such as capturing control points and killing enemies. The upgrade stations have unique canteen effects. The teleport to spawn and building upgrade canteens are absent. In their place are the Giant Potion, it makes players giant with a health pool to match. The Pumpkin Buster Potion, it makes players into Sentry Busters, attacking initiates a detonation sequence. The Healing Potion, it works like the overhealing spell. The Ghost Potion, it makes players into ghosts. They are intangible, can fly, and they automatically scare enemies once before the effect wears off. And the Roll the Dice Potion, it has several random effects such as guaranteed mini-crits and granting 1000 health. Dynamite, a tug-of-war map set in a burning desert facility. Tug of War is a new game mode to Team Fortress 2. It functions similarly to King of the Hill. The 2 teams fight over a neutral payload cart, one team trying to push it to one end of the map, and the other team trying to push it to the other end. The cart can only be pushed after a team captures it first. When the cart is at one of its destinations, a timer starts counting down. The team to reach 0 first wins. This map has pumpkin bombs. Players have a chance to drop a pair of boots on death. When picked up, they give the player the blast jump spell. When the payload cart is at the end of the track, the team that is losing gains access to a pastime-style jump pad outside their spawn. It catapults the user directly to the cart. Circus, a player destruction map set in a massive circus tent. This map is a Halloween port of the map Nucleus. Defeated enemies drop bags of funny bones. Periodically, a portal to an underworld called the Clown Cove opens in the center of the map. Players must deposit their collected funny bones in the middle of this underworld near a portal back to the main play space. players in the Underworld are granted increased fire rate, reload speed, running speed, and unlimited mid-air jumps. In the middle of this map is a spinning ring with a skull in the center. Periodically, pastime-style jump pads around the map activate. They allow players to fling themselves through the ring. Touching the skull grants players funny bones. Large drums rotate above the pit in the center of the map. Landing on one flings the player back upwards and could be used to prevent death. The spawn rooms on this map are separate from the main play space. They use portals to allow players to decide where they wish to go. Outburst. A versus Saxon Hail map set in an ashy volcanic landscape with crumbling buildings. The map features a demonic-looking Saxon Hail with unique voice lines that reflect his hellish transformation. The map has green portals that can be used by either team. They teleport players to different parts of the map. They change location after each use. The map also has 2 shallow pools of liquid. They heal players on the mercenary team over time. And Blazehattan, a zombie infection map set in an evacuated burning city. This map is a Halloween port of the map Manhattan. It features the same humorous banana peel grinder hazard as the original. A new cosmetic case was added to the game containing 21 new community-created cosmetics. A new warpaint case was added to the game containing 12 new community-created warpaints. Both cases have a chance to drop taunt unusualifiers as a bonus. New community-made unusual effects were added to the game. 12 for hats and 10 for taunts. For the duration of the Halloween event, unusuals created by opening cases have these new Halloween-specific unusual effects. The zombie infection game mode received a large overhaul. Balance changes were made and some bugs were fixed. Some highlights include Survivor Spies being given the ability to disguise as zombies, Zombie Pyros receiving a ranged attack, and the Pomson 6000 projectile being able to put zombie abilities on cooldown. Besides the changes to the game mode, the zombie infection maps themselves also received changes. In general, changes were made to improve balance and remove bugs. A few Halloween maps from previous years received updates. Molder Grove got bug and exploit fixes. Synthetic got balance changes and visual improvements. Mansylvania got balance changes and more pumpkin bombs. Erebus got balance changes, bug fixes, and an exploit fix. Graveyard was remade to use VScript instead of being a modified version of player destruction. In short, it was made to be less glitchy and less server intensive. This change does not affect gameplay, however, it did also receive balance changes. And lastly, a single bug was fixed on Soul Mill. That's about it for Halloween specific changes made in this update. Some non-Halloween changes were also made. 4 new taunts were added to the game. They can be obtained through direct purchase from the Manco store. The game's user interface was updated. Certain elements were changed to scale with the resolution of the game. As an example, the developer console. It's now legible at 4K resolution and beyond. The changes aren't perfect. There are some obvious bugs, like this. Because of this change, players with custom HUDs installed may experience new bugs with their HUDs. It is advised to update the HUDs to resolve issues. A few non-Halloween maps received updates. Coal Pit got performance improvements and bug fixes. Applejack got balance changes and bug fixes. And Embargo got a bug fix and an exploit fix. The update had some miscellaneous changes. Multiple man vs. machine bugs were fixed. Some tournament medals were added to the game. And lastly, the localization files were updated. On October 10th, a second update to the game released, and the next day, on October 11th, a third update released. These updates fixed various issues with the Halloween update. Anyways, that's the Scream Fortress 16 update summarized. Remember, the event ends on this date. If you're interested in opening cases or finishing all the Raz Mission contracts, that's the deadline. Or maybe it's the undeadline. This is like the 5th time I've made that joke. Thanks for watching, and enjoy some Halloween fun. Au revoir.